word, the most horrific way you know you've put weight on. I don't think this is commonly known, so I feel like I should sort of spread the word. This happened to me in January, and it is genuinely upsetting. Where my boyfriend lives is a block of flats, and round the back of the block of flats is a car park. In order to get into the car park, you have to go through like a barrier, like an arm that lifts up when it senses a car is near. I mean, I was carrying 2 big bags of shopping, but it still thought I was a Peugeot 206. But a friend of mine... actually, no, I'm not going to call him that. It's not appropriate. I'm going to call him a male acquaintance. Let's do that. A male acquaintance of mine with whom I have never had a dalliance said to me, you know what? If you lost a couple of stone... I said, the rest of this better be a fucking equation. Stone, we could probably go out. I said, only if the couple of stone I lost was me fucking head. But I was on holiday with my boyfriend last year, and he lifted me up like in a romantic fashion, you know, and put me down again, obviously, in a different place. Otherwise that would just be weird, wouldn't it? I had to guess the way to the lady stall at the fairground. Too fucking much. And when he put me back down, because I'd been reading a bit of Jane Austen on holiday, I came over all sort of... like I needed a fan. And I said, was I very heavy? And he's supposed to follow the lead and say something along the lines of, why, you weighed no more than a dried leaf. Well, he didn't. He went, manageable. But I found recently that I'm not very good at relaxing. I get quite wound up. I'm on the go all the time. I'm a bit of a workaholic, to be honest. And when I get in from work, wherever I've been, I'm rubbish at that winding down bit before you go to bed. I'm quite interested in how other people relax. Nice fella in the front. Hello, fella. How do you relax when you get in from wherever you spend your days? Is there something that you always do to help you wind down?
Probably sit down, watch TV.
You sit down, that's a good start, isn't it? Just sit down, oh, I'm relaxed. And you watch a bit of telly. What time do you normally put the telly on?
About 6.
About 6. You see, anything from 6 onwards, it's quite good for a few hours, isn't it? Quite good telly then. When I get in from work, it can be anything from midnight to 4 in the morning. So unless I've remembered to record something, I'm stuck with frickin' Babe Station. Babe Station. If you don't know what Babe Station is, it's a soft porn channel where on the screen is a relatively uneducated lady... I'm guessing. And she's on the phone, and across the bottom of the screen is a telephone number that you can ring, presumably to talk to her for sexual reasons, although I don't think there are any rules that say you can't ring her up and chuck her a couple of sums and see how she gets on. I'd probably just give her careers advice, because I used to work for the job centre. I'd be like, oh, you're very good on the phones. You could work for Orange. They used to people ringing up and moaning. So we've got a bit of telly watching from the fella at the front, thank you very much. What about nice fella there in the nice blue shirt? What would you do to relax?
Take the dog for a walk.
You take the dog for a walk. So is it the exercise or the fresh air or a combination of the two?
Fresh air in London, yeah. It's
fresh air in London, oh yes, I forgot. Do you have to wear a little mask, do you? No. Do you just go under a certain level and then you're all right? What time do you go walking with a dog? Is it tea time?
4 o'clock.
Tea time?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. The specifics aren't that important, love. We'll come back to me in a minute, don't worry. 3 o'clock, so that's afternoon. Because I used to go, like years ago, I used to go running. I know, fuck off, it's hard to believe. Didn't last very long. But I used to go run around the park, but really early on, because there's a window that you can go, because it has to be before everybody gets up to go to work, because they're the people that point and laugh. But after the dog walkers, because they're always the ones that find the bodies, aren't they? It is, isn't it? It's always that. It's always, oh, found by a dog walker. Thank fuck I went out after them. So we've got a bit of walking the dog. What else do we do to relax? Let's get people shouting out.
Self-gratification.
Okay, do you just tell yourself you're brilliant, or do you have a wank? I did a show in Birmingham, and I asked a man there how he relaxed when he got in from work, and he said one word. The beginning of the word sounded really happy, And midway through the word, it just changed and sounded desperately sad. I said, how do you relax when you get in from work? And he went, masturbation. I don't find that very relaxing. Am I sharing too much? I don't find masturbation very relaxing because I'm a bugger for multitasking. I've been known to put my tash cream on and go, I've got 5 minutes, I'll have a quick. You make sure you don't mix your hands up though. And you know what, you get it done on time because if you don't, you can smell burning flesh. And some people are genuinely appalled by that. And other people are going, that's a really good idea. How else do you relax? Shout out different ways? Wine. Well, it was a non-specific amount as well. Wine. I don't really drink very much. Anybody a bit like me doesn't really drink? Yes. Oh, they sound so sad. We're going to drive these fuckers home tonight. Are we big drinkers? Cheer if you do like a drink then? See, I'm not a very good drinker. I've had some quite bad experiences. I once went out with a friend of mine. She's lovely, but her husband's a little bit iffy. And, yeah, went out for a few drinks. And the next day I was really ill. And I rang her and I said, I've got no idea why I'm this ill. We'd only had like 2 glasses of wine. And she said, oh, that'll be Dave. He will have spiked your drink. I said, really? She said, oh, yeah. He spiked mine once with speed. But I didn't mind so much because I got loads of hoovering done. Watching. You know what would be great is if you liked and subscribed. I'm so needy, I'm so sorry. And why not come and see me live? The tickets are available at sarahmillican.co.uk. Put the kettle on and settle in.